here today.
Hi, Renee. Thanks for having me.
Sure. I thought that there was an analogy that you used that was fascinating. You talked about it as almost like a link, like you don't really need the object to be there because it's just almost like an energy cord, you said. Can you explain that?
Okay, when I hold an item, it's a helpful thing, but it's not an essential thing. When I hold an object, it feels like I'm listening to a tuning fork. And the idea with this tuning fork is that there's a lot of voices in the room, and in order for me to focus on the one voice, I listen to the tuning fork, which is in fact the item that I'm holding.
Okay, interesting. So it's like a sound healer uses a tuning fork.
Yes.
In a similar kind of way, just kind of tuning into the energy a little
Yes.
bit stronger.
Well, for example, something that you wear is going to have your energy imprinted on it. It's going to reflect a little bit of who you are, what you do, your choices, different things about you.
Okay.
You know, if we were to do if there was an aura, okay, if your aura is going to show different things about you, and that aura is going to imprint on your lovely earrings or the things that you're wearing. And then if you leave them on the table, it doesn't necessarily go away.
It's like an imprint.
It is definitely a lot like a recording imprint. You know, you have a singer go into a studio, they record on digital media, and then that stays with them. That's what I do. And for whatever reason, I'm able to pick it up. I've just learned to like respond rapidly. As soon as I hear it, go.
And you hear it mentally.
Yeah.
You hear it mentally.
Yeah. And today I heard this, it was a funny thing. I picked up an item and I heard merrily, we go along. It was in a previous reading. And then I realized that the woman says my mom's name was like Marilise. So they're kind of like helping, let's help the slow guy move along through this reading.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll say Marilee and it says Marilise. Okay. But I hear it. And
so it helps you get a little bit stronger connection.
Yes.
What about paintings in old buildings?
Oh, sometimes they jump off the walls at me. And I was literally in a dark old building doing an investigation because there was, I forget, but anyway, I'm hearing a name. There's this guy here, and his name was Beale. And I start walking around in the dark, and then my wife puts a light on the wall, and I'm standing in front of a portrait of Beale. It was that fast.
That's stuff you can't make up.
It was just like out of it should be like Dan Aykroyd movie with like spooks or something like that. It's like, dun dun dun, there's Beale on the wall. And I was like, there's a guy named Beale, Edward, and then Edward Beale. And I stumbled in the dark to him. And you go with it. You know, you hear things and I'm going to go this way and I don't know why.
Interesting. So we didn't do a piece of mine. I don't know if we can do that now.
Sure. Why don't you pick out a piece that, whatever you...
Well, this is my engagement ring.
Okay.
And this belongs, well, I probably shouldn't tell you.
Don't tell me anything.
I won't tell you anything.
Okay.
So why don't I give you this one?
Okay. Be prepared for some very exciting changes. Okay. So the idea that this person put this ring down and they left is what it feels like. They put this ring down and they left. Your energy, though, speaks to me that you're going to be doing more, but this person left it as a memento. They left this for you. If this isn't mom, it's somebody, it is mom.
It is mom.
Okay. And she left this for you. And she wants you to know that she likes this guy.
She likes Anthony. That would be the engagement.
That's that guy on the other side of the camera. But likes. And she also says that she says that for whatever you've been doing, feels like there's bravery connected to some of the choices that you're making. It's like I wouldn't normally do this, but it feels brave. But mom literally left this, and so I would wear this and know that mom also pays attention to you quite a bit. That's good. But I'm seeing you going like very soon, looking out over the water, hanging out, looking out over the beach.
Yay! We're supposed to be moving to the water.
Okay.
We're told.
No, but I see. But it's like you on a plateau or a cliff where you can go out and look.
So, nice. Yeah. We've been asking for that.
Can I move next door?
Absolutely.
Yes, okay. We'll be neighbors then. No, but it's just, I would say that I'm seeing you guys relax and looking out, and it's almost like two next plans. Like you want to get up there. So before you end up living in your multi-million-dollar mansion on the cliff.
And you're going to come and visit us.
Sure, I'd be a fool not to.
With your wife.
Yes, fool not to. But it feels like you go up there and it feels almost like you're at a restaurant or there's a place where you get to look out over the water. And so it feels like a place where you're forming your next plan.
Lovely.
All right,
I
so
love that.
that's a little bit vague, but I do see it's like we're going to be up here and it's a very sunny, bright day. Bring the coat. But it looks like this is where it's like, where do we want to make this next plan? We want to do this plan. All right?
Nice.
All right?
Nice. Another question about people, places, energy, and things. Someone had asked in the circle about connecting several lifetimes ago. So
Yeah.
if the object had been owned by several people in the family.
I'll get a couple layers of it. It's like, why is this showing me someone who, came out on a buckboard, or why is this here? It's like, and then I realized, oh, you're not the first owner. You're not the first owner.
I see. So does the strongest energy win?
It isn't. I wish I could tell you always it's a certain way, but if there's an arresting visual of something that is very unexpected, it's like I look at the bright shiny thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
you're an accountant, you're all together, you're not an accountant, but I mean, you have a life that I understand. It's like, but wait, what's this thing that it's like, there's someone riding in with their piano on a buckboard. What is that about? What does that mean? Okay. And then, but sometimes too, I try to, past lives come up, but to me, I don't go there too much because I can't validate it unless it's something that just like, yes, of course, I've had this feeling my whole life.
Right.
And sometimes it pops up in odd places, but I tend to look at like, what can I validate today?
Yeah,
What
kind
is
of like the
important?
woman who seemed a little older, but you were talking about the baby.
Yes.
And of course it was her niece, but you
Yeah.
said it could also be a baby project that is
Yeah.
about ready to be birthed.
Well, sometimes I have to peel the onion.
Yeah.
It's like that's.
No, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
But it's like,
and
baby,
it turned
baby,
out
baby.
That the baby was
Just
right.
go with the baby.
It was right. Yeah.
It was fun. It's like I love being surprised, you know,
Yeah.
and I just go with it. So.
Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it was just so
It was
great
a
to
pleasure.
talk to you today.
Well, thank you guys for taking
Thank
the
you.
time to speak with me. I feel like I'm seeing people lining up behind you to go with you in terms of the choice that you're making. May I ask who owns this? Okay. What I'm seeing is that this is a chance for you to kind of make a splash, I guess. So I feel like that you get a group of people that want to like line up behind you and make that dive with you. Yeah, I picked this up as life of the party. I don't know if there's some big fun thing coming up, but it feels like I would say that there's a chance for you to kind of. It feels like this is coming up soon. There's some good positive events that you get. It's like life of the party. Jump in, dive, go forward. Don't hold back. This is a time for you to do something that can be really cool. But part of what it isn't just for you. It's about you getting other people to kind of get in line with you, to go with you. I feel like that you get support to make this kind of it feels like, if anything, a bold move. A bold move. And so, you don't have to dress like Florida, but in truth, it feels like this is the time. The music kind of makes the point a little bit. But it just feels like that you're about to dive in, and so I would encourage you to dive and to do it, and that as a result, it's not as scary as you think. In spite of the music. All right? Thank you. Now, for me, meditation is a big part of it. I try to visualize that I surround it's not breathtaking, but I use white light. I see myself in that place. I also like to remove myself a little bit from the crowd. I like to find a little quiet space. And I just try to, I feel like this is a wonderful room, and I appreciate the support and energy around it. But I would tell you that if you can find a little quiet space for yourself, wherever you can carve that out, that'll help you kind of separate and then feel like yourself again. You know, I mean, I love being able to be open to other people's energy. That's how this works. You know.
Doing kind of a ritual by way of cleansing?
In terms of, I mean, really in cleansing, I mean, sometimes it can be as ordinary as like, I'm going to go for a run. I need a bike ride.